Hello and welcome to UBC's Lunchtime News on this 18th of April 2026. My name is Moureen Babirye. In our first report, Government of Uganda through the Ministry of Health has launched the use of lenacapavir, a new long-acting HIV prevention option that will be offered alongside existing HIV prevention methods. Lenacapavir is a long-acting injectable pre-exposure prophylaxis option administered once every 6 months. Evidence from clinical trials show that when used as prescribed, lenacapavir is safe and highly effective at preventing HIV acquisition. Take a look.
This milestone has not come by accident. It is a result of the strong leadership and commitment of the government of Uganda under the National Resistance Movement led by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. From as early as the late 1980s and 1990s, when HIV/AIDS was devastating our country, Uganda stood out as a global leader in confronting the epidemic with openness, courage, and decisive action. That same commitment continues to guide us today as we move towards ending AIDS as a public threat by 2030. As a country, we have made significant progress. We have reduced new HIV infections from 96,000 in 2010 to 37,000 by the end of 2025.
I'm known by the name Dr. Sakelo. According to me, I think this injection will help us to prevent HIV. Because in the house, some of us are living, we are discordant people. So a discordant, someone who is negative cannot swallow drugs every day. This injection will help to prevent swallowing drugs every day.
Thank you so much.
Uganda has joined the rest of Africa in commemorating the legacy of Tanzania's founding president, Julius Nyerere, with renewed calls for leaders to emulate his values of selfless service. Sadam Bobale has the report.
Say it before I go on to invite our keynote speaker.
Officials from the Julius Nyerere Leadership Center alongside members of Nyerere family gathered at Ubc University to reflect his legacy and the lessons it offers for current and future leaders. His granddaughter Rena Nyerere shared reflections on the values the family continues to uphold in his memory.
Sisi kama wanafamilia tunafurahia sana siku kama leo kwa sababu tunakumbushwa kuendelea kumwenzi baba wa taifa au babu.
Africa countries, young peoples, old men, we need to unite so that we can get a wealth in Africa.
Dr. Nansozi Muwanga, the executive director of the Julius Nyerere Leadership Center, challenged leaders across the African continent to adopt Nyerere's leadership style, emphasizing integrity and commitment to serving citizens.
He was probably the most disciplined of our African leader by virtue of the fact that he was able to step back and allow others to continue leading when he felt that maybe it needed different leadership. But we also look at him and his interest in unity, African transformation, and more importantly, integrity in leadership. Say what you want to say, do what you want to do, and do it with your chest and be able to stand up for it.
The event also brought together young people from across the country who are benefiting from leadership training programs under the center.
And the message I came with is we have the young people now who are increasingly or have increasingly been left out of the conversations. Probably because of the way our governance systems and our politics have been designed.
Born on April 13, 1992 in Butiama village, Julius Nyerere began his education in Tanzania before advancing his studies at Makerere University, one of Africa's leading institutions, where his enduring legacy continues to inspire generations. Sada Mubale, UBC News.
In other news, government has stepped up efforts to strengthen disaster preparedness and response in the Elgon sub-region with the launch of a multi-agency emergency response exercise in Bulambuli district. The capacity building initiative, codenamed Okoa Maisha 2026, is aimed at improving coordination and readiness among key institutions in handling disasters. The exercise was officially launched in Bulegeni sub-county by the State Minister for Defence and Veteran Affairs, Huda Oleru, who noted that the training will help bridge coordination gaps that have previously affected emergency response efforts.
The major thing this training is going to do is coordination. You know, issues of disaster, when normally they used to happen a disaster, you think it is the Prime Minister's office. The Prime Minister's office will say the UPDF is ready there. When you come to UPDF, you know, as a government, if you are not coordinated, if anything happens, it becomes difficult to handle.
Our being here is partly also to interact with the community. You remember the effort the government made to convince people not to be on the land where you have been here, raining almost every day. So it's so soggy that every time during rainy season it occurs, the problem occurs. We are going to plant over 30,000 trees so that it helps to hold the ground.
We have found out that we actually could be having a lot of resources. But because the resources are scattered, with resources I mean both the human resource and the equipment. But because they are scattered, they are in different locations and organizations, we have not been able to manage and respond quickly to disaster.
This field training exercise is designed to strengthen disaster management coordination mechanisms across all stakeholders for timely, coherent, and effective responses. It marks an important transition from planning to action.
Coffee farmers in Ndejje have called for more government support in order to boost their productivity. The farmers have, among other requests, asked government for more supplies with seedlings to enable them grow more coffee and fight poverty. We have the details.
It was a beehive of activities as farmers who registered with Atego sub-county to receive coffee seedlings flocked the center on the D-Day. To their disappointment, almost half of them left with bare hands without seedlings. Vincent Ongudo is among the people who missed, while Florence Atimango, who had applied for 500 seedlings, could only take 20.
So I collected my children and wives to come and carry for me 1,000 seedlings. Unfortunately, I don't have.
I was expecting 500 seedlings, but now I'm going to get only 20, which is not going to fit my hole there. The government should add more seedling for me.
According to Dennis Ola, one of the applicants for the seedlings, many people in Atego have picked interest in planting coffee with aims of making it as a viable economic activity in the area.
Atego would grow simply because now the demand of the coffee itself and the coffee is giving them more money. Between 5 to 10 years, we find Atego will be one of the sub-county which will give more other revenue even to the government itself.
Stephen Anecho, a coffee nursery operator, says that Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries ordered for only 30,000 seedlings from him out of the total allocation of 1,800,000 for Nebi district.
People don't have money. They don't have money to buy seedlings. The only potential buyer for us is the government. Imagine since rain started, first rain, nobody came and asked for seedlings. They have been waiting for the free seedlings being given by the government. But just because of the low allocation, you see them going without coffee seedlings.
Nebi district is one of the biggest coffee producing districts in West Nile after Zombo, a reason the district vice chairperson Geoffrey Okello remains unhappy with the number of coffee seedlings allocated for the farmers.
And people have participated in making sure they grow more coffee. And at this time, we go, oh, we are going to bring seedlings, we are going to bring seedlings. All of a sudden, your messages are cut off and you become a liar before the public. I think government should look into this.
The Assistant Commissioner, Information and Communications at Maif, Consolata Achayo, says the number of coffee farmers keeps growing across the country with high demands, a reason she urges them to also complement on the government support.
So we also need to see what we can do for ourselves. If those who can afford to have seedlings, go and buy your seedlings at plant. What I want to say is the government definitely is going to continue giving seedlings too.
Joseph Wadama, UBC News.
Luwero Diocese Bishop Emeritus, the Right Reverend Edidad Chironde Nsoboga, has castigated majority Ugandans who lack a thankful heart and want to receive blessings from God time and again without giving thanks. The bishop made the castigation while leading a sermon for Luwero SS Thanksgiving service, at which the school appreciated God for the outstanding performance in last year's UNEB exams at O and A levels.
And in the epistles, Paul also emphasized thanksgiving when he said, with thanksgiving, let your requests be known unto God. I hope we were attentive as the reading of the epistle was being administered. He said, with thanksgiving, let your requests be known unto God. At this Thanksgiving ceremony today, let your requests be made known to God. You candidates of this year, let your requests be known unto God. We will be coming back here, God willing, to hear very good stories out of your requests and Thanksgiving prayers.
We plan to construct a storied multi-purpose building to celebrate our 60 years. We plan to construct a storied girls' dormitory. We plan to continue with the renovation of the old buildings, to increase on the sports facilities, to stock the library with essential books, to complete the construction of the perimeter wall, to improve the science laboratories, and expand the A-level science classrooms to accommodate the big numbers in senior 5 staff.
Relatedly, Mukono Diocese Bishop the Right Reverend Enos Chito Kagodo has advised Ndejje University graduates to be professionals of good character and integrity. The Mukono Diocese Bishop Enos Kagodo has given the advice while presiding over the Ndejje University 27th graduation ceremony for Cohort B graduates held at the university's main campus in Ndejje Town Council, Luwero District, where he has been the chief guest.
the Doctor of Philosophy of Ndejje University, in the name of God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
As you step into the next phase of your lives, I urge you to, 1, uphold integrity in all that you do. Serve with humility in your communities and professions. Lead with courage, even in the face of diversity. Let your education be a tool not only for personal advancement, but also for transforming society.
We commend the university for securing a European grant, which together with other partnerships positions the institution to leverage its competitive advantage. The University Chapel project, as you have heard from the Vice Chancellor, has commenced, and with the support of God, His people, we trust that this sanctuary will be very successful and it will be completed in the appointed time.
Now on research and innovation, the university secured a grant from the European Union in partnership with other institutions to implement a project titled Strengthening Teaching and Research Capacities in Recently Established Ugandan Universities to deliver climate change resilience and green energy solutions to farming communities.
And I'm looking forward to getting coming up with new technologies for which current and research in about the wireless transmission of electric engines, silver environment.
Ladies and gentlemen, well done. Congratulations, Civil Class. You have done the far we have come. And indeed,
when you don't use Momo, you are forced to quarrel.
Mama, kabalansi? Nkuwaire 15 Mama, nkuwaire 15.
Ompaire 15.
Abantu abakulu mwatandisa obuyayi mwena.
Obuyayi obulira.
Iwe.
Ngobi yanko bantu
ava mu bibozi sente dange ninzade kolera ngobi nakolera sente dange.
Save yourself from quarreling. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5k. That's the power of Momo.
On his 52nd birthday, General MK invites you for a charity run. The run will be held on 26th April 2026 at the Kololo Ceremonial Grounds starting at 6 a.m. Get yourself a kit using these MTN and Airtel payment platforms. Run for charity, run for hope.
Run for charity, run for hope.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
When you don't use Momo, you get insulted by strangers. Save yourself from insults. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5k. That's the power of Momo.
And now in business, leaders in Kira have called on municipalities to foster digital economies, support small and medium enterprise growth, and leverage regional trade to attract investment and create business opportunities as they launched the first ever Kira Expo 2026 at Kira Playground.
Of the government of Uganda and the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, it is my honor to declare the Municipal Council Expo 2026 officially launched. May this Expo yield partnerships that endure, investments that multiply, and opportunities that reach every household in Kira and every corner of Uganda. I say all this for God and my country.
Getting onto our youth, we are telling the youth, take up the opportunity, use your ideas to develop something, to develop and grow yourselves. Because learning doesn't stop, it's an opportunity. At PSFU, we believe that that's why we are investing a lot into the youth to ensure that they come out and take advantage of opportunities through learning and ensuring that they get
to find you and how to find you, and that's very important. And from that way, everybody will have been exposed to each other in terms of service provision. Maybe after potential from the expo of let me say financial institutions, the banks will also been invited here. So there will also be a potential for funders to come out of this exhibition. If you need the funding, you will be able to talk to the banks from here. So that's another way of helping the small and medium and also large enterprises to grow. I think that platform will be very important for that.
Same lens, all Ugandans have been called upon to embrace and preserve their cultural values at a time when foreign lifestyles continue to influence local traditions. This was the key message during the Culture Symposium at Ndejje University under the theme Turning Culture into Action by Babirye.